Oh, hello. I'm just putting on one of my bracelets that I have made out of scrap. So I thought I'd quickly show you what I'm up to because I've got another full day ahead and I need to do some stuff. But I just thought, let's play for a minute. Let's play for a little minute before I go off and be all adulty. So tomorrow we have our first Fabric Bowls workshop on. One place left if you want to come along and join us. So I'm very excited about that. I've got a few things to do to get ready for that. But I did a call out the other day. I've got all these scraps. I have a lot of quilt scraps. So this has kind of got that synthetic interior, cotton exterior that's quilted. And I just thought, do I chuck these? What do you do with them? I think like you can still make pouches and purses. I've got some sort of other ideas of things to do with them. But I'm hesitant to chuck this because, number one, it is synthetic on the inside. I don't think that's a cotton quilting. I think it's synthetic. I might be wrong. No, I think it's synthetic. But I thought, okay, we've got all these scraps, but what do we do with them? Let's not chuck them. Let's use them. So what I've been doing is making some fabric bangles, bracelets, bangles. I don't know what the correct term is. So all I've done, I want to show you what I'm up to, is use this as a backing and built these. So just in front of the TV, it means all those tiny little bits of scrap. Let me show you what I'm sort of playing with. Of course, I don't have any handy. I'm not ready. But all these little tiny bits of things that, you know, like this, which would just normally go in the bin if they're that small, I'm now using to kind of collect on top of these bracelets. So you can see they fit quite nicely. You've got a panel like that. That sits really nicely. So I'll show you where I started. And that is here on this first one I did. So all I did was grab some of this, cut it so it's straight. Let's show you. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Oh, you probably can't see what I'm doing. I'll go that way. Doesn't have to be perfect because everything about this is not being perfect. It's about having fun. And like this. And then all I did was kind of measure off my own wrist. So if you've got a chunky wrist like me and find bagels and bracelets hard to find, this is a great way of doing it. So I allowed a bit more so you can get it on and off. And I probably should do a measurement of what my size is so I've got it for all future, but really you can see they're kind of the same. I've got all these different ones here. And look, this one goes narrow and fatter here. It doesn't matter. Just cut it up and pin it. These are really fun. And you can do different colorways. You could have a lot of embellishment. You could have things hanging off them. So that's kind of it in its raw form. This one was the first one I did. And it's got a lot. I'll bring it up really close so you can see. What I've just realised earlier this morning is you could flip it inside out and have totally different decoration. So you can change up your look. You could also pin brooches and things to it. If that way when you flip it, it wouldn't matter. So like if you didn't want this all scratchy on the inside of your arm. But I've used bits of velvet. All kinds of different stitches. This is a little remnant of an Indian fabric sample. This is some other favourite fabrics. This here is some vintage embroidery. I don't know if you can see it. What else we got on there? And then I just did different stitches on top here. Now, from this, I then went, okay, let's put that on. What about, I hope it doesn't look like a sort of let's get physical sweatband, but does it matter if it does? I wanted to make a thinner one. So this one, I've got pins all over it. But this one, I won't bother. This one is a thinner one, so you can see the width. I thought you could lay them up. So this one, I've just started by doing a bit of the velvet, some lace. I'll add more and more to it. I was thinking maybe warm tones on this, but then straight away I've put blues and stuff on there. And I love that. I love all this. And I thought, well, with this one, what if it was chunkier? So all I did here, this is my third one I'm playing with. I've doubled it down. So where I've got my original quilt piece. When I cut up my piece here, all I've done is double it and then cut it, so you get a chunkier piece. Then I stitch it along its side to hold it together. And now that has a lot more shape to it. You could still flip it in and out if you wanted to do two different colorways. You could still do that. I think this would make a really fun workshop with people that want to make something quicker, not as, you know, like not so much of a big time investment, and it's a lot of fun. So I had a few things given to me because doing the workshops and putting things together, people are saying, oh, I've got kind of old bits and pieces you can have, which is really fun. I got this cute little tin, and in it was all of this. And I don't know if you know, but at the moment I've been sharing how much I'm in love with violets and pansies and things. So in this little cute container are all kinds of fun things, which would be great on these bracelets. And it looks like they must have been old gems and things off a necklace, or maybe this was off a quilt. And lots of little gems. So if you see these guys, some of them got 2 points where you can hold it together on the fabric, which I think would be better. So you could stick these gems on here too and pin them. I put the hole through. You need a tiny needle, but you could slide it through. So I'm really happy with that so far. I'm having a lot of fun. So these are something I'm going to add to one of the bracelets, and I've just put these. I had a necklace fall apart. I love all turquoise and stuff. This all fell apart, so I've quickly thrown them on this safety pin, like a nappy pin. But I was just thinking these might also go really well on the bracelets, threaded through somehow. So that's really exciting. So if you've just joined, this is what I'm making this morning with scraps. And there's one of the flowers I was just showing. These are in fatter and thinner styles. And all I've done is, I've already lost that piece. Great work, Cara. Have I? Did I? Yes, I have. Must have dropped it somewhere. Out of all the scraps you've got, and even if you had tiny bits of scraps, you could actually join them together to make the bracelet still. Like if you've got bits and pieces, it wouldn't matter. You could just form it up. So let's have a look. Oh, sorry, here's the one I made earlier. It was right there. And all I did was wrap it around my wrist, make sure you can feed it on and off easily. And then by the time you add things like maybe a blanket stitch, things like that, it does tighten it up a little bit. But they give a lot too. You can sort of move them around a bit. And they are forgiving. Yeah, I think this one I might do something on the inside as well. That could be quite fun. So that's it. A raw one, and I have tons of this scrap. So when you're cutting things up, I realised I was just chucking all this stuff. You don't need to chuck it. You can use it. So this is the doubled down one, which has got a lovely, more sort of solid feel, and it feels nice and spongy. I guess the other thing about these is you could chuck them in the wash if they got really grotty. I'll see if I can do some blanket stitch here in front of you. I've got the worst angle. And I've just I've just managed to put some hand cream on my hands because they were so dry. So now I can't kind of grip anything. I don't know if you can see it, what I'm doing. I'm doing it back to front for you. So, and then I just drag that through there. And what I do like to do with all the bits of fabric is I do tend to put just a basting stitch first, and then what I'll do is go through with decorative stitches on top. You don't have to do that. I like it. I like to have things really connected, or you don't have to worry about things falling apart. I do get loose threads because I do like to shred fabric. So I can't even speak. For those of you who don't know, so say you've got some fabric and you cut it, it gives a nice clean edge, right? But what you can also do is tear it. Let's see if this one worked or not. And it gives a slight, I don't know if you can see this online, it gives a slightly fluffier edge. which I don't mind. I quite like it. I rip off anything that's loose, but that's, I don't know if you can see it, it's too close, but that's really cool. So, and then you can go through, if you've got too many, you know, fabrics hanging off the edge you really don't like, once you've locked it all into place, you could go through and very carefully trim off things you don't like. I've got things like gold thread. I don't know if you can see in this light. There's all gold thread through there. And then, you know, all this remnant stuff. It looks really good. So I was thinking too, another great one for someone that's really into vintage embroidery stuff. You could do the whole little bracelet using bits and pieces of vintage fabrics with embroidery. That could be another fun thing. I've got this really weird little remnant piece. Oh, this is a modern piece. But you could tie all that down too. That would look really good. I might even add this little guy. I like these orange flowers. So this is probably 1940s, and I love this fabric, this linen. But that would look really good over these orange velvets there. I don't know if I've got my embroidery scissors. Sorry, I've just lost you. I'll do that with my chunky scissors. I was trying to be clever and that didn't work. I'm going to fussy cut this. So if you don't know what fussy cut is, it is exactly what the name suggests. You're being fussy in the way you cut something out, taking a bit of time to go right round and lose as much of the original fabric off the edges. So more crappy crafting with Cara on a Wednesday morning when I really should be working. I've got a few orders to get out the door. It's been wonderful. There's been some really good orders again in time for Christmas. I did get everything out the door yesterday, so I'm trying to be kind to myself and say it can wait till tomorrow. Like, slow down. I haven't had a day off in quite a few days, so being self-employed, there's no set days when you have off. You can if you're an organised business owner, but for me, you know, when you're doing all of it, and now doing workshops on a Thursday means I don't really get some time off. So I don't know if you can see that there. You could then pin and sew. I would do that in a creamy white colour to hide it. I don't know if that's the place I want it to sit, but we'll put it there for now. This is a really nice little gift. Like, honestly, you could do a collection of them and using scraps. It's affordable. Just something to do in front of the telly. And you can pick up all bits of fabric and trim second hand, or you can look online. I've put some more stuff up. I've got some vintage doilies up. So I'm trying to be good about the things that I won't use or use for a workshop. Those things can go. And I've put up another great, what do I call it? Green Goddess fabric pack. So it's a slow stitch pack, a big, huge piece of green vintage wool blanket with all green tone fabrics. So that's really fun. There's only one of those online. So that's it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. That's just the little bits and pieces I'm starting to make up out of scrap, out of things that I was just about to put in the bin. And I thought, no. So you could do rings, you could do hair clips, you could do, would a scrunchie work? I don't know if that would be too chunky. Maybe you wouldn't do so much stitching on it, but that would look really pretty. Scarves and things would look really good. Anyway, that's it. Time to go and do something. I'm so tempted to wander off and go look for fabrics and stuff, which I don't need to do. I've got 2 bags just sitting on the floor there of amazing fabrics that I've sourced. But because I have a workshop tomorrow, I've got to concentrate and get organised. And I just want to play, but also want to wash those today because it's 27 degrees in the Blue Mountains. So anyway, I'll stop talking. See you guys.